Good afternoon to everyone available here. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about a little bit of small topic. So, but it is a very important topic in case of a DC generator. So the topic here, what we are going to discuss today is how an EMF is generated in a self-excited DC generator, right? How a feed is, that is EMF is built up, how a EMF is built up in a self-excited DC generator, because in a separately excited DC generator the feed winding will be separate, and this feed winding will be supplied by a separate DC source, right? Whereas in case of the self-excited DC generator, the feed will be supplied by the armature itself. So it is a self-excited DC generator, and how this EMF is built up in the self-excited DC generator, right? So that is the thing what we are going to discuss in this today's topic, right? So today's topic here is build up of EMF in self-excited DC generator, right? Buildup of EMF in a self-excited DC generator. So that is the topic what we are going to discuss today, right? So here, if you see the title, what indicate it is a self-excited. It is a self-excited here, right? It is self-excited DC generator, right? So in case of self-excited, there is different types, right? One is shunt, series, and compound, right? There are shunt, series, and compound here. So I'm going to take a basic thing, basic motor, sorry, basic generator for giving you a best example, right? So the basic generator, what I'm going to assume here is we can take a shunt generator. We can take a shunt generator here. So for that, I'm going to take a armature here. I'm going to take an armature, and this armature will have a brushes here, and this armature is having a brushes, right? So this having a brush here, and this is connected to a load. This is connected to a load here, right? And on the other side it will be connected to the windings, that is the feed winding here, right? Because it is a shunt generator, so shunt generator means the feed winding will be in parallel to the armature, so it is said to be as a shunt generator, right? Right, so this is the diagram here. Now what happens, the armature current is taken away, the armature current is taken away, the armature current is taken away from the brushes, right? The armature current is taken away from the brushes, and it is given to the feed winding as well as to the load. It is given to the feed winding as well as to the load. So the armature current, the total current is said to be as IA here. The total current is said to be as IA, right? And the current which is given to the load is said to be as IL here. It is said to be as IL, and the current which is given to the feed winding is said to be as IF, right? It is said to be as IF here. right? So the title of this today's topic is the buildup of EMF, right, in a self-excited DC generator, right? So according to this title, I will give you the question in much more deeper manner, right? In a very simple manner. Again, I will tell you what we are going to discuss today, right? So the question here is, this is a armature, right? This one is the armature. So this armature is going to rotate by means of a prime mover. Is going to rotate by means of a prime mover, right? So when it is rotated, then only the IA current will be produced. Then only the IA current will be produced. Then only the IA current will be produced here, right? So after producing this IA current, then it is feeder to the feed winding, and then it is feeder to the load, right? So my question here is, when the current will be produced in a generator, when a conductor cuts the magnetic lines of forces, then only the current will be produced, right? When the generator or when the conductor cuts the magnetic lines of forces, then only the current will be developed in the conductors, right? So only the IA will be produced. But my question is, according to the self-excited DC generator, if we this winding is responsible to create this magnetic field, right? This winding is responsible to create the magnetic field here, right? So this winding supply is fed by the armature, right? So after that only we can able to produce the field here, right? Then how can we say that by using this field winding current only the IA is produced, right? Clearly, I will tell the question once again. This is the magnetic field, right? Consider this is the magnetic field. Now I am placing an armature here, right? Armature conductor is here. Since the magnetic fields are cut by the armature conductor, then only the current is produced, right? So for that, which is important, this conductor is very important. This this magnetic field is very important. So this magnetic field is produced by this field winding, right? This magnetic field is produced by the field winding, right? But the supply of this field winding is given by this armature. The supply of the field winding is given by the armature. So that is my question, right? So without rotating the machine, right? How a magnetic field will be developed by this shunt winding, right? So how it is possible? So that is the question here. So that is the important factor which is involved in the buildup of a EMF. In case of a separately excited DC generator, what happens? We will have a generator armature here, and this will have a brushes here, right? This will have a brushes here, and if you see, this will be connected to your load. This one will be connected to your load here, right? This one will be connected to your load. This may be a variable load, right? Connected to your load. And in case of a separately excited, the feed winding will be having a separate DC source. The feed winding will have a separate DC source, right? So what happens without the interaction of the armature, we can able to develop the field wind. We can able to develop the magnetic field, right? We can able to develop the magnetic field by a separate DC source. But in case of the self-excited, there is no separate DC source at all. Then how can is able to possible to develop a magnetic field, right? So it is possible only by means of a residual magnetism. Only by means of the residual magnetism which is found inside the winding. It is possible only by means of a residual magnetism, right, which is found in the winding here. right? So only by means of residual magnetism, right? And this residual magnetism is depend upon the what type of material, that is copper, what type of copper we are using, right? So depend upon this residual magnetism, only the magnetic field will be developed, right? So if you go for the characteristics curve, if you go for the characteristics curve, if you go for the characteristics curve here, the EMF developed, the EMF developed, right? With respect to the field current, the EMF developed with respect to the field current, right? If you see here, generally any graph will starts with the origin 0. Generally any graph will starts with an origin value of 0. But in case of this induced EMF versus the field current, this graph will not starts with the 0. So generally any graph has to be starts with 0 like this, right? So this is the thing. But in this case, due to the effect of residual magnetism, what happens? This graph will not starts with 0. It will start with some value here. It will start with some values here. And then it undergoes saturation, right? So we can able to see the difference here. It is not starting with the origin. There is no red color here. Suddenly it starts with some value, and this value is due to the effect of residual magnetism. So residual magnetism means what? It is a small amount of magnetic field which is found in the material of a copper, which is found in the every material, every conducting material. So that is residual magnetism. So due to the effect of this residual magnetism, right, a magnetic field will be developed here. A magnetic field will be developed here, even though the IA current is not developed, right? Even though the IA current is not developed, due to the effect of residual magnetism, the magnetic field will be developed in a DC generator, so that when the DC generator of the armature, when the armature is rotated, the magnetic field will be cutted, and then what happens? The IA current will be generated, right? So this is the beauty of this self-excited DC generator. Even though we are not having any separate DC source, as it is in a case of the separately excited DC generator, right? In case of the self-excited DC generator, we are not having any separate DC source, but the presence of this residual magnetism plays a vital role in the buildup of EMF. Plays a vital role in the buildup of EMF. Suppose if we consider a table here, suppose if we consider a table, right, which gives the data for the IF, the feed current, which gives the data for the feed current, as well as the induced EMF, as well as the induced EMF. If you see here, due to the effect of this residual magnetism, the IF value is not 0. It is not 0. It is having some minimum value. It is having some minimum value here, right? So, and this minimum value will be as 0.3 or 0.4 ampere, right? So for that we can able to produce some 100 volt. We can able to produce a 100 volt. Again, after increasing the value of IF to 0.6, right? After increasing the value to 0.6, such that it may increase to 150 like that, in the range of 150. When we increase to 0.8, when we increase to 0.8, and we are increasing it to 1 and we are increasing it to 1.2. This 1.2 and here it will be 1.4. Here it is 1.6, right? So it may be like that, right? So now what happens? The value will be increasing to 180. The value will be increasing to 180 and then it reaches 200. It reaches 200. So afterwards what happens? Even though the field current is goes on increasing, right? It will reach the saturated value as 220. It will reach the saturated value as 220 here, right? Here we'll be getting a saturated value as 220, right? And this one will be IF, right? So I want to change this one. This one will be IF and this one will be E, right? And this one will be IF, right? So IF is not having some values initially and this one will be E, right? No, no, no. This is IF and this one will be E, right? So now if you analyze this table, if you analyze this table here, we can be able to see that the IF value is not starting with 0. The IF value is not starting with 0. It is having some residual magnetism in it, right? It is starting with 0.3 such that it is having a residual magnetism in it, right? So with this residual magnetism, we can be able to produce nearly to 40% of the induced EMF in a machine, right? Now, as we increase, as we increase the excitation, that is the field current or the excitation up to certain value, it reaches some 200 and the rated value at 220. It reaches 220 nearly to 1.2 ampere. So afterwards what happens? It reaches its steady state. Afterwards it reaches, even though you are increasing the feed current, even though we are increasing the field current, what happens? The induced EMF will not increase beyond that because it attains the saturated level. Because it attains the saturated level. So beyond that, it won't increase. So this is, and this region is said to be as the saturated region. And this region is a increasing region such that the IF value is increasing. Such that the IF value is increasing here, right? So this is how a EMF is built up in a self-excited DC generator, right? So the thing what we want to remember is, even though there is no separately excited battery source for a feed excitation, in case of a self-excited generator, what happens? Due to the effect of the residual magnetism itself, it will develop a minimum value of magnetic field inside the generator, right? Such that when the prime mover rotates the armature conductor cuts the magnetic field and it develops a armature current. And this armature current is now divided and passed to the feed winding as well as the load, right? When the speed increases, when the speed increases, right? Speed means what? Speed of the prime mover. So that the speed of the armature also increases such that when the speed increases, the IA current gets increases as well as the IF current also increases. Since the IF current is increases, the excitation level also gets increases. Since excitation level increases, the magnetic field inside the machine will be increased, right? So when the armature is cutting the magnetic field, more amount of EMF will be induced here, right? So this is how the EMF is built up in a self-excited DC generator, right? So that's all for the section today, right? If there is any doubt, you can Unmute yourself and you can ask. Okay, as usual, no doubts. Okay, thank you for everyone attending the section here.